More information needed. That's the main takeaway from a new report on COVID origins released to the World Health Organization. This is the first report released by the Scientific Advisory Group for Origins of COVID-19 sent to the WHO and represents the ongoing work and progress to get to the bottom of how coronavirus originated. The main two theories that we have known for a while is that the virus either originated from a wet market in China or that it was released from the Wuhan Institute of Virology. The problem is, after 2.5 years of living with the virus, to evaluate data and evidence is a little tricky. Unlike the original investigation with a team of scientists who travelled to Wuhan, these 27 members of the team did not travel to China and were more tasked with the job of advising the WHO on key studies as opposed to actually investigating their origins. The report is basically inconclusive, but the main message was that there is not enough information and transparency from countries, including China. It does, however, believe the likely cause of the virus is through bats, which is a theory that has been indicated in previous studies. In terms of whether the virus originated from a Chinese market, the report identifies that this still needs further study to follow up on several gaps in our knowledge. There is a need to examine environmental samples collected from specific stalls and drains at the market in January 2020 that tested positive for SARS-CoV-2 in areas known to have sold live animals. Furthermore, follow-up studies to identify possible animal sources from which the environmental contamination could have originated from have not been completed. The panel also highlighted that there was no further help in assessing whether the lab leak theory could have led to the possible origins. The SAGO notes that there has not been any new data made available to evaluate the laboratory as a pathway of SARS-CoV-2 into the human population and recommends further investigations into this and all other possible pathways. The SAGO will remain open to any and all scientific evidence that becomes available in the future to allow for comprehensive testing of all reasonable hypotheses. The WHO's Director General provided a statement where he not only spoke about the urgency in finding the origins, but also called on countries to not politicise this and provide information for scientists. This preliminary report is not intended to, nor does it, provide conclusive findings on the origins of SARS-CoV-2 because more information is needed from the studies recommended in this report. The longer it takes, the harder it becomes. We need to speed up and act with a sense of urgency. All hypotheses must remain on the table until we have evidence that enables us to rule certain hypotheses in or out. This makes it all the more urgent that this scientific work be kept separate from politics. The way to prevent politicisation is for countries to share data and samples with transparency and without interference from any government. The only way this scientific work can progress successfully is with full collaboration from all countries, including China, where the first cases of SARS-CoV-2 were reported.